Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about something that really is so much part of prediction. And it's so much a part of prediction that I just wrote a new book on it. Now, it's soon to come out, but it's about where Rahu and Ketu are. And as most of you know that have been following me for a while, you know that I was able to predict COVID coming based on where Rahu and Ketu are. Every time they go into a particular sign, as when Rahu goes into Gemini and Ketu goes into Sagittarius, we always have had a catastrophic event. And when I wrote my book, Rahu and Ketu, let me show you this book right here. I wrote this in 2017 because I wanted everyone to know that the next time that Rahu went in Gemini and Ketu into Sagittarius, we were going to have another catastrophic event. So I was able to predict COVID in that book, that in 2020, we were going to have an event that changed the world forever. So I became obsessed with writing a book that covered all of where Rahu and Ketu are, what happened before, and what will most likely happen in the future based on my particular ways of calculation, which is looking at what signs Rahu and Ketu are, which, by the way, Rahu is the north node and Ketu is the south node of the moon in Western astrology. They're actually points in space where the sun and the moon and the earth are aligned, because when you get Rahu and Ketu, well, they all come together at the time of eclipses. So I don't want to get real technical. I just want to give you the information. But before I proceed on, I almost forgot to tell everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. If you want all of my predictions delivered to your email address, go to galacticcenter.org and you will get them weekly free. Now, the next thing I've got to tell you about is my Galactic Planner. If you want your own personal chart done and all of your personal predictions and those descriptions delivered to your email, to your calendar, in your phone, in your computer, sign up for my Galactic Planner. You will have everything you need. I've written all of the descriptions. No AI here, it's the real deal. Check it out, galacticplanner.com. And while you're at my website, signing up for my free newsletter, remember to check out my Patreon. This is a spiritual community. We meet live every week. I want to meet you. Become part of this community. You can find all of that on galacticcenter.org. And if this comes out before my predictions, I have an all-day prediction, which is December 14th. I'm thinking about my predictions I'm about to give you. But it's December 14th, all-day workshop from 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time till about 4 to 6 hours later. And if you're not able to be there, you can buy it afterwards and listen to the recording. So all that happens on December 14th. So now let me get going to where I want to go. And I'm thinking all these dates in my head, and I'm getting things, let me get clear with you. So yes, I wanted to say May, because May 29th, of 2025, we're going to have Rahu and Ketu change signs. So let me just tell you, Rahu and Ketu stay in a sign for around 18 and a half months. So a year and a half, they stay in one sign. Now, for them to go through all 12 of the signs where they're there for a year and a half, it takes about 18 and a half years. So when I talk about the Rahu and Ketu being in Gemini and Sagittarius during the catastrophic times, This happens every 18 and a half years. And just to give you a little history here, after 9/11, I thought, what on earth caused that to happen? And through my research and study, I came up with the Rahu Ketu thing being in these signs. So I went back 18 and a half years when they were in that sign Gemini and Sagittarius again, and it was 1982. We had the AIDS virus. Then I went back 18 and a half years prior to that, and it was 1963, Kennedy's assassination. Went back 18 and a half years from that. 1945 was the bombing of Hiroshima. So you can see every time something catastrophic happened. And I even went back to many other years. But for the sake of this class, I want to tell you there's other signs that when they go into the signs, major events happen. So we've got a big change coming this year, and it's May 29th, 2025, and the nodes will be in, Rahu will go into Aquarius and Ketu will go into Leo. And it will happen May 29th, 2025, and they will remain in Aquarius, Leo till September 8th of 2027. So that is a year and a half. And let me explain what happened before so you'll get an idea what to look forward to. This was a time of discovery and inventions, because I went back historically and found some pretty cool things. In 1969, Rahu was in Aquarius and Ketu in Leo. And remember, Aquarius is the future. It deals with travel and discoveries. It's that sign. And in 1969, we put a man on the moon. First man on the moon. And also, another year that they were in these signs was 2007. And what happened then is when the iPhone came out, Steve Jobs discovered and put together, was working on it, and it came out in 2007. Think about how that changed our world today. Wow, that was enormous. So what I'm getting at when I'm talking about all these things previously, we will have similar things come up. So we're looking at major discoveries and new inventions and things that are about to change. And like I said, I'm looking at where we won't have drivers for cars. That's going to start coming. We're going to look at flying cars. So much is about to change. Now here's some other things that happened previously. It was in 1988 that the Pan Am airline was blown up in midair over Lockerbie, Scotland. This was one of the first terrorist attacks that, this changed the way we travel. Y'all don't know this, but I can actually remember there was a time that we didn't go through security, believe it or not. I can remember it as a little girl for sure. There was you didn't have to put your luggage through to be checked. None of that. Yeah, so anyway, it deals with terrorism. And another thing that happened it was 1988 and 1989 that Rahu was in Aquarius, Ketu in Leo. And in 89, we had the Tiananmen Square massacre. That is where the students in China rebelled against the government, and it was major bloodshed. They didn't put up with it. They killed them. So we can have some rebellions and some revolts like this, and it can actually happen anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be just in the same countries. Let me just tell you that. And here's another thing that was extraordinarily extreme. So this is a powerful placement, and a lot of things go wrong and right with it in these signs. And did you know it was in 1914 when World War I began? So they say World War I was the start of all of even was the preface that even led to World War II. So this is a beginning of some kind of chaos and anger, hostility, revolt. And you know, what is a war? You're fighting for something you believe in. And that's what the Tiananmen Square thing was all about. But I don't know about the terrorist attack on the Pan Am airline. But this can also mean there can be problems with travel. So that's what we're looking at, because let me just say, Rahu being in Aquarius deals with travel. Aquarius, believe it or not, people think it's a water sign by its symbol, but it's not. It's an air sign, and air signs deal with travel. It also deals with why the discoveries came about during this time. So these are what we have to look forward to. And another thing is just how important it is where the Rahu, Ketu, the north and south node of the moon, where they are in the heavens, are monumental as to the cyclic changes that we're going through in humanity. Look back historically what happened before, and you get a sense and a feel what can happen again. So this is just a little taste, because what I did in my new book that's about to come out, it covers from 2024 to 2041, 42. I cover all of the signs that the nodes are in. And the most important thing is not only the signs, but where the outer planets are relative to where Rahu and Ketu are. This depicts the whole cyclic process of humanity and what we have to look forward to. And this is how I make my world predictions. So I thought you might want to get a little idea what we're looking forward to in 2025 through 2026 and 7. Great new discoveries and beginnings. This is some exciting times that we're on the cusp of, so get ready. So with that, I think I'll close. If you would like more information on me, go to my website, galacticcenter.org, sign up for my free newsletter, and come be part of the Patreon club, as well as sign up for my Galactic Planner. Go to galacticplanner.com. And remember, if you want to study with me, I have an entire online school, the University of Vedic Astrology. So go to universityofvedicastrology.com and become my student. Thank you.